So many people get into the divorce process and just want to finish things quickly.
And don't talk to your friends. Talk to professionals.
Yes. Yes.
That's the most important thing.
Friends are there for support. They're
Exactly.
they're not there to give
Exactly.
you advice about your individual situation.
Exactly.
Because I think that is different for everybody. So when you have two parties that may be against one another, how do you introduce a fair listing price, and what do you do if there's a disagreement about your recommendation?
Oftentimes in a divorce, the attorney will recommend that the husband picks 3 realtors and the wife picks 3 realtors, and then they decide on one of them together. As far as negotiating fairly, I think a lot of that is just really the law. It comes down to what the law says.
So what if you say, you know what, I think we should list this property at $525, and husband says, yeah, cool, but wife's like, no, I wanted $575.
Well, we have to come to an agreement.
Right.
We have to come to an agreement. I have never really had that big problem before because it's usually one that wants out.
Yes.
And the one that wants out just wants out.
Right.
They don't want to dilly-dally and go back and forth over things. They
Right.
want out of the marriage.
Right.
As quickly as possible.
Right. Have you ever had a situation where there's a counter and one wants to accept, one doesn't?
I've had situations more where the person in the home stalls. So the house is supposed to be sold, and it's been court ordered to be sold, but the one who's in the house doesn't want to leave the house. So they start interviewing realtors. After maybe 20 realtors being interviewed, the other spouse is like, wait, enough.
Right.
I've had that happen. I've had also happen in the situation where someone will say, well, I need to get the house ready. Okay. And then that person will start painting, not hiring a professional painter, but painting themselves and taking forever. And it's just a stall tactic.
Right.
I see that quite a bit.
Right.
Because one party doesn't want to leave the home.
Right.
So they just stall as long as they can.
Is there a situation where you will recommend what needs to be repaired and
Absolutely. So if we do a pre-inspection, which I like to do
Yes.
before we do anything, sometimes we'll come in and just, it depends on the inspection. I mean, if the air conditioning's shot, the roof is shot, there's no point in painting the house
Right.
inside because what you're selling is not a shiny new penny.
Right. Right.
So it's different in each instance. But oftentimes on the inspection, it's a lot of little things like the grout is cracked, and that can be easily repaired by a handyman, or that this cupboard sticks. So sometimes you just fix the little things. And then maybe the fact that the air conditioning is on its last legs isn't quite as big of a deal. Because, when you got your inspection, you saw a big, long list of things that were wrong with the house.
Right.
So if you can eliminate that big, long list and just have a few items, even if they're high-ticket items, they
Right.
don't seem as overwhelming.
Right. Right. As you see, I can sit here, Phyllis, and ask you questions for days. So I want to first thank you for your knowledge and being here with us. And I hope everyone understands the importance of educating yourself about what's going to happen with probably your biggest asset in a divorce. So before we go, can you let everyone know how to find you?
Thank you. Thanks
You're
for having me. You can find me at HARB like boy, harbandco.com. I work for Coldwell Banker Hallmark Real Estate in La Cañada, California.
Thank you again, Phyllis Harb, for joining us today and sharing such valuable insights. If you're going through a divorce right now, or even just thinking about it, real estate can be one of the biggest puzzle pieces to figure out. But with the right information and support, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. Remember, every decision you make is a step toward a stronger, more stable future. If this episode helped you, please share it with a friend, subscribe, and leave us a review. I am Demetria Graves, and until next time, stay empowered, stay informed, and stay uncensored. Thank you.